Hello and welcome to the Tigre.pup channel. If you would like to see how I created this look, then please keep watching. Today I decided to Bayalage Liam's hair. I'm going to use the Wella Color Charm Painting Bayalage Ammonia Cream Lightener in 1 and 2. My Pravana palette. My applicator bowl. I'm going to use my brushes of my choice. I need gloves and a tool of measurement. The ratio is 1 to 2. Right here I'm just showing you how thick and consistency the product is and how it doesn't drip or run. Here's my palette, and I'm going to put it in a little reservoir where you put the lightener in order for you to use it. You can see here I'm taking another brush. I got this from Sally as well. And I kind of use that as paste to lay the hair in on the paddle so it will stay in place. And I'm going to apply the Bayalage lightener now. Trying to do a V formation. Get that off his face right quick. I decided to go from the front into the back because the front is a lot longer and it's closer towards the face, and you're going to be able to see any details or mistakes. So I'm going to try to do as best as I can in order to make it as seamless as possible. As you can see, I'm trying to feather it when I'm closer towards the roots, and then at the mid shaft and ends I put a lot more product in the area so that it'll blend a lot better. And right now I'm kind of using the tips of my brush, but as you see, as you go further into the video, you'll see that I'll be using the side, because I wanted to sweep it just like the instructions I was telling you in the beginning of how you're supposed to sweep it along the hair and only coat the top layer, not the bottom, because you want to add dimension to the hair. Just wiping the excess off his face, and I'm going to use the foil to keep it out of his eyes. And right here you can see I'm kind of just using the edge of my brush in order to try to sweep it along the top layer of the hair. And as I get to the bottom, I just make sure I cover everything. It's taking a while to kind of get a hang of this, but this is a learning process. Again, I'm going to just lay the hairs flat and kind of like take the brush and just sweep it along the top, because you don't want it You don't want to get a big blob at the root and then make like splotchiness. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. I want it slightly higher in the front, and as you go toward the back, it sits a little bit lower. I'm trying to feather it in. Now the pieces are getting a little bit shorter, and it's a little bit more difficult to try to pinch. You'll see that in a second. Now that I've come to the back where it's a lot shorter, I'm going to try to, really not try to pinch it, but just try to, you can see I'm trying to get as little product on my brush as possible, and try to grasp it as best as I can, but basically I'm just kind of like sweeping it along the edge at the very bottom, not really pinching it like talking about it, but just trying to get it to kind of feather from the ends, the mid shaft and the ends and the root. So I'm kind of just rubbing it along the edges. Again with my brush here, sweeping off the excess and getting as little product on my brush as possible, because I'm going to use the edge of the brush and not the very tip like I was at the beginning. I find it a little bit difficult when you're doing the short hair. So moving on to the other side here. Grasp the little pieces that I can. Not really concentrating on the roots, more so the mid shaft and ends. As you can see here, I'm just kind of feathering it, or on the ends, not really dividing it or anything like that, just kind of like brushing along the very top of the hair. I guess you can say I'm skimming it, basically. Now that I realized that I should do the underneath at the very front, because that's what you're going to see when you lift the hair back and forward. So I'm just going back in and kind of trying to feather it in so it looks a little bit more blended, because I didn't want it to be real choppy or splotchy. I don't know if you can see that, but it looked like it's lightening already. Just making sure my ends are thoroughly coated. Just going throughout the entire head and doing that real quick. You can see the color variation, the much darker root and the lighter ends. Right now I'm just blow drying the hair so you can see the ending result, and here is how it looks after I applied the Bayalage. Get a close-up view here. It's very brassy and orange, but you can kind of see the detail at the bottom where it's a lot darker, and at the ends it looks a lot lighter. It's supposed to be the sun-kissed look. I didn't particularly like this color, so I went in with my Wella T35 toner and just kind of applied that in all the areas where I knew it was lighter. To wipe off the excess because I didn't want to stain his forehead. Here's the ending result of that. After I've shampooed and conditioned the hair, I'm going to blow it out and flat iron it. Then use some pomade for the ends. And a little bit of hairspray to get a little style going on here. Here is the before the Bayalage application. And here is the after. I hope you like this video, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.